Hello friends, the Persian King here, and today I'll be playing against the Numidians. This battle is from the Cup of Nations tournament, and in the another group stage, I was facing the HOS clan Dacder. I cannot pronounce his name properly, sorry. And I'll be using my Egyptian faction against the Numidians. And so the rules were the same as in the previous battle. So I'll be using 11.5k denaries. I can use two chariots, and these two chariot archers, I can use them. So last game in the previous group stage I played against the Titan, I was way too more easily on the verge of being defeated in that battle, but I won it by the slightest of the margin. So I decided that my build was wrong, which I was using against the Numidians. Uh, so I decided to make some changes in my build. So instead of the two long-range archers, which I was using in the previous matchup, I decided not to bring those long archers and bring one more desert cave instead of them. So some money was saved from not bringing those two long range archers because I decided that the I don't want to win the archer fight. I want to basically win the cav fight and the infantry fight. So what I decided was bringing one more light cav, desert light cav, bring some more upgrades on these four of these light cav, and even put some upgrades on this pharaoh guards just to make my infantry way much better to hold the infantry or the cav which he'll be bringing. So I spend least money and I focus least on my archers. Uh, but the main strength of the Egyptians is the archers. But I didn't use the strength of the Egyptians as the archers. I use the strength of their cav. But this is the light cav, and these archers can basically just destroy these light cav. But I gambled and brought four of these. So I'm having eight cav, two four chariots in total, and four of these light cav, and four of these Pharaoh's Guard, six of these archers gold. And so Dacder brought pretty much solid skirmish build with good spearman support, with good of the cavalry support. He could just surround my army way more easily, shoot them down to death. And even if I push this pikemen ahead, they could just rack apart because he can surround me with this flank and just stand over here and shoot my Pharaoh guards in the flank. So I decided just let's start the skirmish phase. I'll do a little bit of skirmish and then only I'll engage in the main battle. So he brought five of these desert infantry and he got way more upgrades on them. I think he brought two upgrades on them, two chevrons on them. So he brought total of these five desert infantry. He brought some six of these archers and they are also having upgrades. Two of these slingers, and yeah, they are basically just gold. So and two of these Numidian light cav. He also brought these Numidian and long shield cav, and they are also having, I guess, one chevron upgrade on them. So it was a pretty much strong build, and I'll be using 11.5k denarii, and he'll be using the 15.5k denarii. So now just let's start the battle. From the start of this battle, he could see that my army would just push to the center over here, and I just basically tried this build with many of my friends, and the results were horrific because if I would charge with these components towards these archers in this stage of this battle, I would lose way more cav, and I couldn't just win the fight with my infantry support. I need my cav and these chariots intact in order to win. So I decided not to use them at this stage, save them for the right time and use it properly. So the archer war was going on and it was way too bad for me, and I knew that my archers couldn't win, but I needed to prod and bring down some of these jav or even of some of this ammo, and just to exhaust, not just exhaust but to tire his archers. And in this stage he has given the order to attack my archers. So what I did was Now he is concentrating on my archers and winning the archer war. I decided just to push my infantry slightly ahead, push it again slightly ahead, and just to push him at the center because I can see that he's brought down five of these spearmen in the center. And what I was thinking was, I will fight his spearmen with my infantry, not with my cav, because I cannot win these spearmen with these many upgrades with my cav, but I can win it very much easily with my infantry. So what I did was I'm bringing slightly ahead my light cav. I'm thinking to charge his flank. You can see this his archers are isolated over here, but he is having two desert infantry. He shot down my Paraguard before even engaging to 26. These Paraguards are pretty much intact. So now you can see that I have pushed his center back. His left flank is isolated. His right flank is just sitting without infantry support and not much of the cav support too. So I neglected his right flank for the moment. Let my chariot archers and archers deal with it because I don't need my archers to win it. I need my cav to win it. So I ignored this right flank, so and I pushed on his left flank and I saw that he's basically pulling my cav into the trap. You can see that this desert infantry, once I engaged over here, he pulled back the cav, tries to engage my cav and chariots with these desert infantry, and they will just kill my chariots and cav. So what I decided was not to charge over here, pull my all of his horde of my cav and just to bring in his backlines, let my general and these one paragraph help to win it. Over here in the center, I was facing these desert infantry with my pike and this engagement will turn into my favor definitely. And here I am having just one Egyptian chariot in reserve to help if the enemy cav can charge, so I can counter charge with my chariots. Over here I just didn't care whatever he can do with my archers. I don't care because I don't need them. So I was concentrating on the center and on this line. So here I brought all my cav and chariots, pulled them through their back lines, and I'm killing these archers. He brought down these archers on my right flank. I didn't care about them. I just want to kill his cav. So he doesn't have the he was not able to maneuver and kill my infantry or the even the archers. So what I did was now just my main aim was just to kill his cav and destroy his infantry with my pikes. So he was just now pushing these flank on over here. I don't care about them. I just charged his infantry and the archers. Over here my two of these pikes are facing his spearmen over there. Over here it was a way more foolish move by him. He just isolated his general over here and it was surrounded by these archers, these pikes and these chariots and these light cav, and it was game over for him I guess at this stage only because the Numidians doesn't have much more morale, so that morale penalty will struck him. Again he is bringing his spearmen. I'm again withdrawing without even engaging with one of them spearmen. Let these archers and the pikes do the talking to them. So my strategy was very clear, not to engage with his infantry, let the pikes deal with his spearmen, and again now I'm just chasing his archers, so his center is crumbled. I don't care about his right flank or the left flank because now just the archers are remaining. All his infantry, all his cav is now gone basically at this stage. So now his cav is just running idlessly, not to do, doesn't know where to go actually, and these chariots can easily now wreck this cav apart. And all this horde of this light cav and the chariots are combined, are just now killing the retreating spearmen. And over here, I'm just now pushing these infantry, two of these infantry which were facing these two spearmen over here, and these archers are shooting them, but I'm now going to concentrate on his right flank, on his left flank. So see that the right flank, which was killing my archers and all, doesn't the any of the difference to the battle. While I was destroying his center and his left flank, they were not being able to help him and support him on winning this flank. So it was not good to spread all your archers and infantry and not to support them at the proper time. So over here I'm just now killing his archers mercilessly. His infantry is destroyed by my infantry, and I didn't tangle any of my cav or even these chariots with his infantry, because over here, see my chariots, which was just, if just his infantry died over here, and these light cavs too. So I decided not to do that and let the infantry deal with the infantry. So here my light cav are now killing his slingers and his these one of these long shielder remaining. He doesn't know what to do now at this stage, and now I'm just surrounding him with all of my army. So this victorious left flank is now coming towards the center, and this game is basically now over for him. And he's still having some of these desert infantry and all. And at this stage, it was a Cup of Nations tournament, so he rage quitted. He was like, this tournament is bullshit and all, and he rage quit over at this stage, and it was not good. As you are just playing a respected tournament, you are representing the HOS clan, and this behavior, not showing the sportsmanship or any of the good, just even if right, just admit defeat in good game. Uh, but yeah, it was not good to see the player with such standards doing such things in the tournaments. So yeah, it was a big victory for me over here, and I was very much happy because I didn't expect my build to do such a great damage to the Numidians. And yes, thank you guys for watching it. I hope you like the videos. Please share and subscribe. Thank you.